How much time and energy do you waste arguing with people? How much effort do you put into trying to convince people to do things? Do you feel that you just can't connect with people? Do you wish that you could be more social, a better friend? We spend most of our life trying to convince people, getting them to like us, and wishing they would just listen to us. We hope that if people only did what we wanted them to do, we would be happier in life. It isn't what you have, or who you are, or where you are, or what you're doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It's what you think about it. If we want to earn more, get a promotion, or increase our business, it pays to learn how to effectively deal with people. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie teaches you countless principles to be a likable person, handle your relationships well, win over others, and help them change their behavior without being manipulative. And it will not only help you in your business, but truly in any area of your life where people are involved. It will help you convince people of your ideas and opinions. It will make you become a better leader. It will turn you into a conversation master. It will help you win friends. It will help you influence people more easily. To achieve all of these things and more, Dale Carnegie teaches us a total of 30 principles divided into 4 parts. Let's dive in. Part 1. Fundamental techniques in handling people. Principle number 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Criticism is dangerous because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts his sense of importance, and arouses resentment. Criticism will put the other person on defense, and he can't listen to you or focus on changing when he is busy defending himself. Principle number 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. Notice in people what they bring to the world, then be enthusiastic as you express your appreciation and recognition. Principle number 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. The only way on earth to influence people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. To get what you want from people, you must first understand what they want. Part number 2. 6 ways to make people like you. Principle number 1. Become genuinely interested in other people. You make more friends in 2 months by being interested in them than in 2 years making them interested in you. Take the time to know something about others, their birthdays, what they like, and what they enjoy in life. Principle number 2. Smile. The expression one wears on one's face is far more important than the clothes one wears on one's back. Smiles are heartwarming and contagious. They tell the other person that you're excited to see them and that seeing them makes you happy. Principle number 3. Remember that a person's name to that person is the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Ask a person's name. Pay attention. Make sure you've heard it. Spell it out if need be. Repeat it several times. If you can remember and use people's names, you can give them a great feeling of importance. Principle number 4. Be a good listener. To be interesting, be interested. Ask questions that the other person will enjoy answering. To everyone, their problems are more pressing than all the other issues in the world. Have good conversations by listening without interrupting. Principle number 5. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. The royal road to a person's heart is to talk about the things he or she treasures most. Most people like to discuss their interests and hobbies. Take the time to understand or even research a topic you know is of interest to someone else. Principle number 6. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. Almost all the people you meet feel superior to you in some way, and a sure way to their hearts is to let them realize in a subtle way that you realize their importance and recognize it sincerely. Acknowledge other people's good traits. This creates a practice of gratitude which is genuine and not fake. Everyone has a need to feel important. Meet that need and you'll be halfway to their hearts. Part 3. How to win people to your way of thinking. Principle number 1. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Welcome any disagreement. Resist the urge to be defensive and consider their points and try to focus on the areas where you agree. Principle number 2. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say, "You're wrong." You will never get into trouble by admitting that you may be wrong. By accepting you may be wrong, you inspire the other person to be considerate. You open the floor for yourself or someone else to learn something new, and you avoid an argument. Principle number 3. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and empathetically. By fighting, you never get enough, but by yielding, you get more than you expected. Have the courage to admit your errors. Let the other person take the role of a kind forgiver rather than an opponent. Principle number 4. Begin in a friendly way. Friendliness begets friendliness. Begin in a friendly way, and you will immensely lower his guard, lower the tension, and dramatically increase the chances of a resolution. Principle number 5. Get the other person saying yes, yes immediately. By emphasizing and keep emphasizing the things on which you agree. When up against an opponent, it's essential to find, as fast as possible, points on which you agree. If you can get your opponent saying yes, yes, you can usually get them to agree with you after that. Principle number 6. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. Let other people talk themselves out. Never brag and never monopolize the conversation. This is especially true when dealing with complaints. If you let them, people will work through their grievances with themselves. Principle number 7. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. You have much more faith in ideas that you discover for yourself than in ideas that are handed to you. Allow others to design and become invested in their own solutions. Consult with them. Collaborate on and influence a half-finished idea rather than presenting a final solution. Principle number 8. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Take the time to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Not to simply understand their opinion, but why are they even having those opinions in the first place? Principle number 9. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. I don't blame you for feeling the way you feel. If I were you, I would feel the exact same way. This phrase as being able to dispel tension and create goodwill, especially when it comes to complaints. Principle number 10. Appeal to nobler motives. Appealing to the nobler motives in people around you means letting them know that you think they're good people who say well. Principle number 11. Dramatize your ideas. Present your ideas in an interesting, creative, and dramatic way that captures attention. Principle number 12. Throw down a challenge. The way to get things done is to stimulate competition. The desire to excel inspires all sorts of competition, and competition gives a feeling of importance. Part 4. Be a leader. How to change people without giving offense or rousing resentment. Principle number 1. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Beginning with praise is like the dentist who begins with his work with Novocaine. The patient still gets a drilling, but the Novocaine is pain-killing. If you must criticize someone, first find something good they have done and begin with that. Principle number 2. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Calling attention to faults in this way avoids hurt feelings. It also helps people save face, which is a great way to preserve relationships. Principle number 3. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. Admitting one's mistakes, even when one hasn't corrected them, can help convince somebody to change his behavior. Call attention to or remember back to when you also struggled with whatever it is you are giving feedback on. Be open and specific with your examples. Principle number 4. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Asking questions not only makes an order more palatable, it often stimulates the creativity of the persons whom you ask. Nobody likes to receive orders. They like to feel as though they have the freedom. By asking questions, people can help come up with creative solutions. Principle number 5. Let the other person save face. Hurting a man in his dignity is a crime. People will resent if we hurt their ego or insult their skills, especially if publicly. Principle number 6. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. Abilities wither under criticism and they blossom under encouragement. Praise shouldn't be general or non-specific words of affirmation. They should be specific and enthusiastic. Principle number 7. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. If you want to improve a person in a certain respect, act as though that particular trait were already one of his or her outstanding characteristics. You can inspire improvement in others by setting a high standard for them. Make it clear that you think they are capable of this standard and they will rise to it. Principle number 8. Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Be liberal with your encouragement. Make the thing seem easy to do. Let the other person know that you have faith in his ability to do it. When you tell someone they're bad at something, then they tend not to improve. You've weakened their confidence and removed the incentive to get better. But if you tell them that they have a knack for it, or a certain aspect of it, then you've shown how close they are to improve. Principle number 9. Make the other person happy about doing the thing you suggest. Consider finding ways to make other people happy about doing what you suggest. Tell them their rare skills and talent make them the best fit for the job. How to win friends and influence people helps you with the skill of dealing with people, whether that's at work, in your current relationships, or whether it's your kids. People will just naturally prefer dealing with you. Inspiring and influencing others becomes effortless too. Always remember, in order to get people to like you, you must like them. That is the way forward. Put yourself in their shoes. Appeal to their needs. Understand their motives. Protect and boost people's ego. Help save face. Make them feel great and let them think ideas are theirs. To be interesting and make friends, be genuinely interested in them.